Welcome everyone to another episode of PTW Resistance, and coming off PTW Iron Man, now on the road to ignorance no bliss. We got a very interesting match card here tonight, including our main event, where we'll see the 7-foot-tall giant, the Big Show, going one-on-one with Buddy Murphy. Also, women's division action as Britt Baker in a new alliance with Bayley. She goes one-on-one with Aliyah. And then also, the Intercontinental Champion is in action tonight as Andrade goes one-on-one with Konnor of the Ascension. Now, as you know, at Ignorance No Bliss, Andrade will be defending that Intercontinental Championship in an Ultimate X match. We've seen qualifiers taking place on Breakdown. Keith Lee has already qualified, but now we're going to get this matchup started as Andrade goes right at the big man with that back elbow, setting him now into the corner. And the Intercontinental Champion wasting no time. The double knees right into the turnbuckle there as Bobby Heenan looks on. But now Andrade already looking to make quick work of Konnor.
1, 2, 3.
And the Intercontinental Champion is victorious here tonight. With all these men trying to qualify for Ultimate X and take that championship off him, a decisive win from Andrade. Bobby Heenan raises his hand there. Andrade will be defending that title in an Ultimate X match for the first time ever in PTW. But an impressive victory for him tonight. And a strong statement there from the Intercontinental Champion, saying that's exactly what he's going to do to the 3 other men in Ultimate X. And frankly, I'd like to see him try. But speaking of Ultimate X, we mentioned those qualifiers, and on Breakdown, we'll have one of them, Frankie Kazarian, Apollo Crews, Samoa Joe, and Baron Corbin. And then, for the final spot, another Ultimate X qualifier, R-Truth, Rob Van Dam, Kane, and Evan Bourne, all these men vying to get in Ultimate X for that Intercontinental Championship. But also, women's tag team action, Asuka and Ember Moon against Bayley and Britt Baker. We saw those two stare down on Breakdown. And then this, the new World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. He will be in action against the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Now time for our next matchup. It is women's division action as Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, goes one-on-one with Aliyah. And this is a pretty big matchup for Aliyah. As you see, she's got Evan Bourne, her partner, there at ringside. Meanwhile, Britt Baker has Bayley at ringside. Those two have been a bit of an alliance in this women's division as Bayley goes after the women's champion Asuka. But meanwhile, though, Britt Baker trying to take it to Aliyah here with that headlock takedown early on. Britt Baker has challenged for the women's title in the past as Aliyah goes for the pinfall there. But now Baker, the strong forearm shot that time. And here she comes now over the top, sunset flip into the cover. Aliyah, though, gonna roll through and catch out Baker with the kick there. But Baker has challenged for the championship. She knows what it's like to go up against Asuka and trying to help Bayley to get that title shot. But here comes Aliyah off the ropes and runs right into a super kick from Britt Baker. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Many may think of Britt Baker as, well, cowardly and manipulative, but she is very talented in that ring, knowing exactly how to pick her spot. Just like she did with that super kick. And now Baker looking for the lockjaw to try and put this matchup away. You see that gloved hand. If she gets that hand in the mouth, Aliyah is surely gonna tap. She's trying to lock it in here. Aliyah trying to fight it off. But now wait a minute, there is Ember Moon. Ember Moon now getting face to face with Bayley. And we've seen these two go at it as Bayley and Britt Baker tried to ruin Ember Moon's debut match on Breakdown. But now Ember Moon letting Bayley have it here. But oh, look at this, Aliyah rolls up Britt Baker. The upset. No, Baker kicks out. And Britt Baker now the curb stomp. Curb stomp there from Baker. And she could go for the cover, but instead that may buy her some time now to focus on this little interaction. What's going on at ringside? The commotion here as Baker trying to get in the middle of it with her friend Bayley and Ember Moon. And now Bayley a slap right to the face. And I don't think Ember Moon is gonna take that well. And there she goes, taking down Bayley, and these two now brawling on the outside. Ember Moon and Bayley, two women, going at it here, right on the floor. This matchup still going on, but Britt Baker seems preoccupied with the brawl as Ember Moon trying to get the upper hand on Bayley. But look at this, here comes Aliyah. Aliyah's got Britt Baker. The tornado DDT. And the cover.
1, 2, 3.
And Aliyah pulls off the biggest win of her career. Aliyah upsets Britt Baker. Baker was caught up in the brawl at ringside with Bayley and Ember Moon, and meanwhile Aliyah now celebrating with Evan Bourne. A huge win for her. She's been struggling in the ring ever since her debut, but a massive victory as Aliyah takes advantage of the distractions. And Ember Moon now getting involved with Bayley and Britt Baker. You have to believe that rivalry is nowhere near over. Ignorance No Bliss will be an exciting event, but what is also exciting is this next episode of Brutality, as we have the Young Bucks and Sheamus and Rusev in a number one contenders match for the Tag Team Championships. Also, this matchup, Braun Strowman, the Monster Among Men, going one-on-one with Swerve Strickland. And we just saw these two get into it at ringside. Ember Moon now goes one-on-one with Britt Baker in a rivalry that's really evolving here. And also this matchup, it's a big one in the main event. John Cena goes one-on-one with AJ Styles. And we know AJ Styles, he attacked the PTW champion John Morrison last episode and held that title high. So we know Morrison, he'll be watching that main event closely, but now it's our main event. That's Buddy Murphy going right after the Big Show here. And the Big Show though, the clubbing blows right to the back of Buddy Murphy. This is our main event here tonight. And it's a matchup of size against speed, and right now, size is winning as the Big Show has got Murphy in the corner and the big chop to the chest. Massive chop there from the Big Show, and now driving that elbow right to the gut. And the Big Show now in for the cover. Murphy kicks out. But the Big Show getting off to an emphatic start in this matchup early on, taking control of the smaller man, Buddy Murphy. We'll see what Buddy Murphy can do here as the Big Show sends him off the ropes. Murphy, though, avoiding the clothesline. The forearm there. And now Murphy, the kick, trying to hit the strikes on the Big Show as he hits that big knee strike there. And now Buddy Murphy trying to take the big man off his feet, goes for another knee, but the Big Show snatching him out of the air and just tossing him over the top rope. And Buddy Murphy lands hard on the outside there as the Big Show once again taking control of this matchup as he now goes to the outside here. And the Big Show now has got Buddy Murphy. And now look at this. Just throwing him back first against that turnbuckle post. And that is unforgiving steel right there. That turnbuckle right into the back of Buddy Murphy. As Ty Dillinger, Murphy's tag partner, looking on. But there's nothing he can do here as the Big Show sending Murphy right back into the ring. But now look at his ears, Dillinger now trying to go after the Big Show, grab the leg. Ty Dillinger really was trying to get involved in this matchup, but the Big Show tossing him aside there. Now trying to get back in the ring, but now here comes Murphy. The huge knee strike, and now Murphy's got Big Show in the Kamagoye knee. Kamagoye from Buddy Murphy. And Ty Dillinger provided a little bit of cover there as now Murphy in control. And he connects with the boot there, right to the face. And the cover, hooks the leg. No. Big Show kicks out. But Buddy Murphy now, a big flurry of strikes, and it comes at an important time for him. As it looked like the Big Show was going to dominate this entire matchup. But now Murphy, he is opportunistic and now trying to claim that opportunity, climbing up onto the top rope. Here is Buddy Murphy now going for the elbow. But nobody home, and now the Big Show has got him by the throat and the choke slam. Massive choke slam from the Giant there. As now Big Show has got to be thinking of ending it, looking for that knockout punch, that WMD. He's got his fist balled up here as Murphy trying to recover, but oh there's Dillinger. He's got a steel chair. Ty Dillinger has a steel chair at ringside, and he's got the chair, and oh! A chair shot to the back. I don't think the ref saw it, but it had no effect on the Big Show. And now the Big Show, he just knocked out Dillinger. That punch right to the chair, and Dillinger is knocked out cold. Well, now we're going to throw Buddy Murphy from behind, working on the Big Show, but the Big Show throws him off, and the knockout punch. Murphy falls flat, and the Big Show with the cover. And the Big Show picks up the win here on Resistance. That was certainly an entertaining main event, as Ty Dillinger tried to get involved with that steel chair, but one steel chair shot, does not face The Big Show as The Big Show picks up the win here on Resistance.